I didn't choose the long-winged eyeliner life. The long-winged eyeliner life chose me. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Judy here with my life as Kikay, and in today's video I'm going to be trying on and reviewing some makeup that I got sent from FOCALLURE. So stay tuned for that. Kikay is a Filipino slang word for someone who loves makeup, beauty, and fashion. So on this channel, I create videos about exactly those things in the form of product reviews, makeup tutorials, and lifestyle advice with the aim to entertain, educate, and enrich the lives of others. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'd love for you to join the Kikay family, and if you're returning here to my channel, then welcome back. I already have my foundation and concealer on, but I haven't got the rest of my face on because I have some products here that were sent to me from FOCALLURE to try out in today's video. Now, I have tried a few of these, and before I get into it, these products were sent to me. This video, however, is not sponsored, and all of my thoughts and opinions about every single one of these makeup items is going to be my own personal 100% my onion opinion. My 100% honest opinion. I do have the code Judy that FOCALLURE has so kindly given to me for you, my subscribers. If you would like to head on to the link in the description box down below, and if you use the code Judy, you will get 20% off your purchase. This is not an affiliate code. I don't earn any revenue back from you guys using that code. It's simply something for you to save a bit of money on. This video is not sponsored. These products were sent to me, but all of these opinions that I will be sharing in today's video are 100% my own. So without further ado, let's get into this video. We do have a few things to talk about. First, I'm going to go in with a cream contour that they've sent me and some cream highlight. Now, these two face complexion sticks are cream. I haven't got any powders down on my face yet, but I do have my concealer on and I want to set it quick smart. So I'm going to go in first and foremost with these cream products. I was also sent the Pert Palette, which is very, very pretty. Look at this. I have used this a few times. I was also sent two lip products. This one is a velvet liquid lipstick. It's in the shade Persian red because of course I love my red lipstick, and I was also sent this lip stain in the shade Rotten Tomatoes. And then last but not least, I was sent this super fine liquid eyeliner. I'm always on the lookout for a nice liquid eyeliner because, as we all know, my favorite felt tip eyeliner has been discontinued by Maybelline. If Maybelline is watching this, they probably aren't, but if you are, will you please bring back the Master Graphic eyeliner because I love this one. This one is so good, so easy to apply eyeliner. I can literally apply eyeliner in a minute. I'm not even kidding. You know how sometimes eyeliner takes for freaking forever? This one's really easy. Anyway, let's get into this makeup application. First and foremost, I'm going to go in with the contour, I reckon. Have you guys heard of FOCALLURE before? I've seen it talked about here and there, but not very widely talked about. So first off, I'm going to go with this cream face contour. The first thing I thought when I first opened it, I'm going to talk about this while I'm applying it, otherwise this video is going to be a million years long. So as you can see, when I'm applying it to my skin, it has a nice amount of pigmentation. But the first thought that I had when I first opened it up and applied it to my skin was that it smells like Crayola crayons. Literally, that's what it smells like. It has also a very waxy consistency, not very creamy. Like, it's creamy enough, but you kind of have to really warm it up. You don't want to be using this stick in the winter because it'll feel like you're trying to use crayons on your skin. That's what it feels like. Anyway, I have used this throughout the week, like wearing it to work and all that. And the wear life on it does generally wear throughout the day. I have 8 to 9 hour work shifts, and generally my contour will still be there by the end of the day. It blends nicely enough into the skin, but you kind of have to really like work it in to make sure you don't have any harsh lines. But that probably goes for any contour that you wear anyway. You gotta blend it in either way. It's definitely more of a warm contour than a cool tone contour. It blends out nicely enough. The wear is long and it's quite affordable. I think on the website it shows up as $17.40 for this little stick, but it's crossed out and says $7.23. So I don't know if that's the case. Like, it's the marketing thing that they're doing that make people think that they're saving money, but the actual cost is really $7.23, and they just have it permanently at a reduced price. But as you can see here, like, I've had this contour on my face for about 3 minutes now, I guess, and you have to work really quickly because it's actually already dried into the skin. It is quite a firm, waxy formula, if you know what I mean. It's not very, very creamy, and I'm having to really work work it into the skin here. You can see here there's that harsh line there, having to really kind of push it in. And if you have a foundation that lifts and picks up, it's really gonna move the foundation that you'll have on underneath. So number one, you'd want to work quickly with it, and two, if you don't like the smell of Crayola, then you probably won't like this product. It's cheap, it's affordable, like, but just thinking about it, the way that this thing smells, I'd hate to think what's in it. Like, am I actually applying some type of wax into my skin, and may I just as well have used a Crayola crayon, I guess? I don't know. It works nicely, it blends in nicely as long as you're working quickly with it. It's not smudgy, it's not leaving any patches on my face. I know it looks a little tiny bit patchy here, but that goes with any kind of makeup I wear. I don't know, for some reason, I have a tiny little patch here, and it's definitely not the stick because it goes a little bit patchy like that anyway, regardless of what makeup I'm wearing. But see, can you see? It's a little bit of warmth to my face, just gotta work a little bit quickly with it, and again, it does smell, and it's left a tiny little bit of a line there. I'd like my contour to be a little bit more creamy, but you know what? It does the job. Okay, so moving on from the contour stick, we now have the highlighter, and in the shade number 2 Gold. This one is a highlighting stick, which I have not even used yet. It comes with this little cap on it. And this one doesn't actually smell like crayons. This one actually smells really nice. It smells like soap. Actually, it has that slight tinge of a crayon scent to it, but it smells more like soap than anything else. So I'm kind of liking that one. I feel like this is one you're gonna have to warm up on the back of your hand. Ooh, that's pretty. It's a little bit more of a subtle golden glow. I'm hoping that it's not a greasy type of highlight, but let's apply it and see what it looks like. Okay, pretty. It's definitely not a wham bam highlight type of product, but it definitely gives a little bit of a glow there. Let's see if it's buildable. Very, very subtle highlight, but it's definitely there. I actually don't mind the smell of this one. Okay, I'm actually kind of low-key impressed by this. It's cheap and affordable, and I think on the website it's around about the same price as the contour stick. It's not as waxy as the contour stick is, and what I really like about it is it's not a glittery highlight. It's more of a cream sheen to the skin. It's definitely buildable. I like that about it. Low-key, kind of impressed. See that glow? Definitely showing up more in camera than it is in person, but that's plus if you wanted to like take photos with it. This highlight is nice. I'm low-key impressed. I like very much. I wonder if it'll disappear though once I've applied powder. But having said that, I applied my concealer about half an hour ago, and it actually hasn't creased or anything. I actually use the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer, and it hasn't creased. I haven't applied any powder to my face at all whatsoever. Really impressed, Maybelline. That one's been my holy grail concealer for a long time now. I didn't go super heavy with the concealer, and I just really worked it into the skin. So if you guys are looking for a good, affordable concealer and you haven't tried the Maybelline Age Rewind yet, definitely try this one. It is really, really good. It's a holy grail. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been talking about this on the YouTube platform for years. But you know what? It's an OG, and for a really good reason. So, okay, I don't know if I should apply powder under there now because my concealer isn't creasing and I like that highlight. I'm kind of low-key worried that the highlight will disappear once I've applied a bit of powder. But let's put it to the test, and I'm gonna go in with just a tiny little touch of setting powder underneath the eyes and maybe touch it slightly on where I've put the highlight and see if it still shows up. So I've just got a bit of powder here on my sponge, and I'm just gonna go under the eyes there. I've also put a bit of concealer on my eyelids as primer for the eyeshadows that I'm gonna put on. So make sure that's all set in place. It doesn't slip slide around. Okay, the highlight has definitely dulled down a tiny little bit after I put the powder on, but the glow is still there, if that makes any sense. Like the luminescence is there, but the shimmer isn't as much now that the powder is there. So if you're looking for a bright highlight shimmer, then the highlight stick I wouldn't go for, but the glow is definitely there. So I like it for that. If you like a subtle highlight, definitely recommend that. It has surprised me a lot more than I thought it would. Okay, now moving on. Let's go into the Perth eyeshadow palette. Now I used this the other day and I only used it for a natural eyeshadow look. I just went in with a bit of the browns in the crease and a little bit of the shimmer on the eyelid. But for today's look, what do I want to do? I think I might use as many of the shades as I possibly can just to give a little bit more of a review on it. And I think I want to use a little bit of the shimmers on my eyelid. Not sure which one because I am going to church stylish tonight and I don't want too much of a glittery shimmer on my eyelids for church, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? I'll use glitter on my eyes if I want to. I could probably take it off if I don't feel too comfortable with it on anyway. So let's see how it goes. First, I'm gonna go into the shade Mount Eliza and mix it in with the shade Coral and apply that into my transition. These shades are actually quite pigmented. I don't know what I was expecting from this palette. I kind of felt like it wouldn't be very pigmented because it was like, it is a cheaper brand. It is definitely more affordable. But I suppose even cheaper or drugstore level priced items have really stepped it up in the world since 6 years ago. The beauty and makeup industry has really stepped up in the last several years for sure. Okay, those matte browns blended in really nicely and really smoothly, and the pigmentation is definitely there. Now, I'm not so sure about going in with the lighter type of shades because I have dark skin and I feel like these won't really show up on my skin if I do try and use them. I might use a little bit of the shade Vegemite and blend it up above my transition and see if that peachy type of shade shows up. It does slightly. I'm gonna swatch all of the shades in this Perth palette for you as well. I think this palette is great for like everyday looks, and then if you want a little bit of a shimmer and a pop of color. I think I want to go in with a little bit of Swan River, and I'm just gonna pick that up with my finger and pat it on the inner corners of my eyelids and just see how that goes. Okay, that's not bad, not bad. I'll zoom you guys in a little bit closer. Can you hear my washing machine? It's making such a racket right now. Okay, it's definitely a shimmer that you need to build up on your eyelids, but it's building up really nicely. You know how sometimes when you put shimmers on your eyelids and the more layers you go, the more crepey and aluminum foily it looks like, and not in a good way, like it goes all wrinkly? Well, this isn't actually doing that. It's blending on top of each other really nicely, and the shimmer is really showing up. I think I want to go in with a little bit more color, and this time I'm gonna go into the shade Shark Bay. It's another shimmery blue shade. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes because I know blue and purple are a little bit difficult to formulate. Okay, feeling it on my fingertips is definitely not a chunky type of shimmer. Okay, the blue is not as initially pigmented as I would like, but let's see if I can build it up. Not the shimmeriest blue that I've ever tried. The shimmeriest and brightest blue that I've ever used is the shade Cleopatra from the Juvia's Place in Nubian 2 eyeshadow palette. Check this one out. Wham! Bam! Thank you, ma'am! It's right there. Like, check this out. That is the Nubian one, and I'll show you the shade Shark Bay from the Perth palette. Okay, so not quite the same shade, but that one, the pigmentation is definitely there. That one's just a little bit more subtle, if you know what I mean. But anyway, let's finish off the eyes. Okay, I kind of want to just play a little bit more, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Opal, again on my finger. It's a little bit more of a chunky purple glitter with flecks of mermaid green through it. Can you see that? Quite pretty. I'm just gonna pat this on the center of my eyelid. You know what I'm really excited to come in the mail though? I have ordered it. It's the new Tati Beauty Textured Naturals palette. I'm so excited to try it. It's got so many glitters in it. It wouldn't be a Tati palette if there weren't any glitters in it. So really excited to try that one out. Okay, the feeling of this glitter feels a little bit like Vaseline mixed in with the glitter. And I'm not sure if it's like eye gray glitter. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to apply it on your eyes safely or not, but like I'm not applying it in my eyeballs, so should be fine. Now, I might just go in with a little bit more of this matte brown here called Mount Eliza and just further deepen up the outer corner of my eye and call it a day for the upper lid. I want to go in with a little bit of this white shade here called WA? Western Australia, Judy. God, goodness me. Girl, it's WA. The shade WA. And I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that on this brush here and apply that on the inner corner and a little bit under the brow bone as well. What I like about these shimmers I'm finding is you can definitely build them up and they're not overpowering in the shimmer. I like it. It's nice. It's different. It's unusual.
No, it's not. It's different. It's unusual.
I've been so into Kath and Kim recently. Like, I've just watched the first 4 seasons on Netflix and I'm really liking it. It's an iconic show. Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of those browns under the lower lash line. Okay, those browns, I'm definitely impressed. The pigmentation is so there. And I'm just going to blend it out with this brush. Because I want to kind of warm up the look a little bit, I'm gonna go in with a bit of that pink shade called Coral Reef and just further pinkify the whole look with a bit of that color, I reckon. Okay, maybe not the right kind of pink, but you know what? It's done. I'm dealing with it. Let's move on. Okay, now as far as glitter goes, it's probably wouldn't be my go-to glitter for the eyes. It's already kind of fading off and patching in certain places. So I think over the top of that, I'm just gonna pat a bit of this shade called Perth. Oh, pretty. It's shimmery, it's glittery. I like it. Oh, it looks like a mermaid. I want to go in with a little bit more of that green on the inner corners just to re-intensify. It's already faded a little bit. I'm going to pop on some mascara. I'm just going to use the Essence All Eyes on Me mascara. And then I'm going to go in with the FOCALLURE Superfine Liquid Eyeliner. I'm going to pop this off camera and I shall be right back. Now I've got my mascara on, I'm gonna go in with some of that eyeliner. This is a Superfine Liquid Eyeliner by FOCALLURE. It's not usually the format of eyeliner I go in with. I like to go in with the Maybelline Master Graphic Eyeliner, and as you can see, the tips are very, very different. I just find it a lot easier to apply my eyeliner using a tip like this. Let's see if it's a nice, okay, it's not a very black eyeliner. Anyway, let's see how I go. Struggling a little bit with the wing here. Alright, 2 things about this eyeliner. It is so fine in the tip that, number 1, it's very easy to do a fine line on the lash line. Number 2, it's so fine that it moves along with all the little wrinkles and bumps in my eyelids. So if you have wrinkly eyelids like I do, then it might be the easiest tool for you to use. If you're a beginner in makeup, you might find it a little bit frustrating to use. If you want to be like high maintenance and use 2 products to apply your eyeliner, go in with a thicker tipped eyeliner to like shape out the rest of it, and then do the finer detailing with a fine tip eyeliner like this. So it's not completely useless, like it has its time and place, but I'm finding it a little bit difficult to work with, but that's probably just because I'm used to using a different formatted shape type of tool. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. The other thing is that you definitely have to build up this eyeliner if you want it to be a really sharp, black, opaque type of eyeliner on your eye. Let's do the other side. Let's hope that I can replicate this to here. They're a little bit longer than I would have liked them to be, but you know what? We're here now. I'm gonna deal with it and move on. That's the life they chose to live. I didn't choose the long-winged eyeliner life. The long-winged eyeliner life chose me. I'm now gonna go in with the lips. Now this one is a lip stain. I'll show you really quickly what it looks like. It's not a full opaque red lipstick type of product. It's marketed as a lip stain, and that's pretty much what it does. I have used it when I want the more natural lip type of look days. It does stain my lips. That's pretty much, it does what it claims to be, and that's that about that. It smells a little bit chemically, just like a little bit chemically. I like this lip stain. It's good for the more natural makeup look type of days. If you don't want a really bold, bright type of lip, pretty good product. I like the packaging on this one though. It's quite heavy. It looks really chic. Look at that. It looks almost like a high-end lipstick. The color showing through there, a nice glossy packaging, nice silvery, sturdy type of lid. It's sleek, it's heavy, it's chic. I like it, and it's quite affordable too. I'm pretty sure a lot of these products that I'm mentioning are under $15. Now on top of that, I'm gonna go in with actual velvet lip. Now this one I haven't used yet, so I'm gonna apply it right now and see how we go and see what I think of it. This one is their velvet lipstick in the shade Persian Red. I really like this type of applicator as well. Ooh, that's a pretty red. I love my red lips. For something like this, I probably should have put on a lip liner first, but I wanted to see how easy it would be to use a product like this without the lip liner. And it was quite easy enough to apply. I just feel like it might start bleeding in through the fine lines around my lips. It's a very comfortable formula to wear. It's not matte in any way, shape, or form, and I feel like it would not be transfer proof at all. It's quite comfortable, feels quite moisturizing as well. Very much like the color. Love this color. Doesn't go with my eye look at all, but it's the only colored lipstick I got from this line. So I'm gonna zoom you out. I'm gonna do full swatches of the Perth palette and then give my final crowning thoughts on everything that I got from FOCALLURE. Okay, now it's very important to remember that swatching doesn't really necessarily indicate on how the product's gonna wear on your eyes. So obviously I don't have anything on my décolletage right here. I'm gonna do the swatches on here, just like Tati style. Maybe on my arm here a bit, because I'm not gonna hold up my arm and swatch there because I don't wanna do that. So this one is Beaches. So like I said before, I'm not really sure how these shades will show up, not because of anything to do with the pigmentation of the shadows, but because it's so close to my skin tone that you're not really gonna see it. Now this one is the shade WA, and that one is showing up because it is much lighter than my skin tone. Very, very pretty. This one's in the shade Shrimp. Again, too close to my skin tone for you to be able to see. And this is the green that I put on the inner corners of my eyes, and this one is in the shade Swan River. Shark Bay. This one's Shark Bay. You can see the shimmery ones showing up. The other matte shades aren't really showing up. So I don't really think this palette would be friendly to people of color. The next one here is the shade Vegemite. Okay, a little bit of peach showing up there. This is the shade Coral. Okay, now that's the brown one that I applied in my crease and transition. I like that one. That's a nice one. And this one is really nice bronze shimmery. It's in the shade Numbat. The glitter is kind of there, but then it sort of disappears as you drag your finger through it. This is that glittery purple one, and it's in the shade Opal. It looks green there, but it has purple shifts to it. This one is in the shade Passionfruit. A little bit of a chunky, you can see there, a little bit of a chunky shimmer. I know purples are very difficult to formulate, so maybe I can excuse them on that one. Looks like it's all right to build up though. This is Perth. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that one, and that one builds up really nicely too, I reckon. The shimmer shades in this palette are actually not that bad. Well, most of them anyway. And the next one is the shade Coral Reef. That's a nice pink. That's what I applied to make the colors on my eyelids show up a little bit more pink. That's a nice one. I like the matte shades in this palette, that's for sure. This one is Free Mantle. Not really showing up. Maybe because it's just too close to my skin tone. This one is Mount Eliza. Ooh, I like that one. That's the brown that I applied in my crease. The last one is another chunky, purpley, silver type of glitter. This one's in the shade Pavlova. Don't know why they call it that. Doesn't look anything like Pavlova, but anyway. Ooh, that's pretty. It has a brown purple shift undertone to it. That's nice. That's nice. It's a very smooth type of shimmer. Okay, so thoughts. I pretty much gave my honest thoughts during the application of each one of these products. The contour stick, okay for an everyday one, wouldn't be my go-to. Smells like crayons, feels really waxy, kind of have to work quickly with it, but okay for the price range. The highlight stick, very, very nice. Shimmer is not there, the glow definitely is though. Definitely more of a subtle highlight. I like it very much. I was very pleasantly surprised with this one. Palette, now, I have mixed feelings about this palette. I feel like the shimmers are very not there, but the glow is. Does that make sense? Very similar to the glow in the highlighting stick. Now, I don't know if I would rush out to buy this palette myself. It's definitely good for like everyday type of makeup looks like the browns, but do you need to buy the whole entire palette just for those matte browns? Actually talking about it right now, I kind of feel like I would. Those browns, in fact, all the mattes in this entire palette are really, really nice. I actually kind of really like them. you know, nothing spectacular or out of this world, but the mattes blended in really nicely. The shimmers, I feel, are nice. They're not a chunky, shimmery type of color like a lot of Juvia's Place colors are, like the shimmers are. But I mean, if you're not into that, then you might definitely like this. It's all about preference, isn't it? This palette is nice. It's okay. It's good. I like it. I wouldn't say you badly need it in your life. See, the thing is, let's have a really quick chat right here, right now. There are so many eyeshadow palettes out on the market that I don't know if this one really stands out above all of them. It's nice. If you have it, if you were given it, I'd be like, oh, that's a nice present, you know? But it's not one of those mind-blowingly amazing need to have in your life palettes. But let me just say this, the matte shades in this palette are really good. I like them a lot. The lip stain, I don't have anything like this. I do like it. It's great for those natural lipstick kind of makeup days. And the velvet lippy, I really love it. The formula is comfortable. It's easy to apply. Even wearing it now, it's not going dry and balling up. It feels very soft and hydrating and flexible on the lips. So really, really love that. Really like this, actually. Gonna be using this a whole lot more. And last but not least, super fine liquid eyeliner. Not my favorite. You can build it up and you can make it work. It's not even the worst eyeliner that I've ever tried, but it's definitely not the super best one either. I like it because it has a super fine tip, but at the same time, I don't like it because the super fine tip is so incredibly flexible. It's kind of hard to maneuver the super fine tip in the places that you want it to go on your eyelids. But it's like I said before, if you want to go in with a thicker, chunkier type of eyeliner to create the initial line on your eyelid and then use this to create that really fine little flick wing tip on the very end, then you can do that if you want to be super high maintenance and use 2 eyeliners for your eyeliner routine. But if you can do it with just one product like I do with this one, I will leave a listing for this in the description box down below if I can find it, and as I will for every single one of these products as well. Yeah, go for it. If you can find one that does the job, or if you want to find 2 that do the job, go for it. It's up to you. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I have the code Judie if you want to use that code and save 20% off your FOCALLURE order. If you want to go order from the website, I will leave the website linked in the description box down below. You can find every single one of these items on their website, and they have so many more eyeshadow palettes and face products and lipsticks and face products, I already said that, in their website. Thank you to FOCALLURE for sending me these products, and I really truly enjoyed using many of these products. In fact, you know what, they're not bad for a very affordably priced makeup brand. These are actually pretty good, and I know they're cruelty free as well. Forgot to say that at the beginning. FOCALLURE is a cruelty free company, so good for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I really truly appreciate that you've chosen to spend your time here with me today. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Actually don't mind that. It's nice. It's quite different than usual.
No, it's not. It's different. Yeah, it's unusual.
I need to get that out of my head. Bloody Kath and Kim. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Judie here with my life as Kikay. And what am I doing today? Don't even know. I haven't done this for a while, or feel like I haven't filmed a proper makeup video for a while because I've been busy with my Halloween series, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, I will link up here. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Judie here with my life as Judie. It's Judie. It's Judie here. What is that? What is that? I'm shaking. I've had way too much coffee. First of all, I'm going to go in with the cream the cream. This one is a velvet lipstick, so it's not a matte one. This one is a vet. It's a vet lipstick. Will you please bring the Master Graphic? Will you please bring back the Master Graphic Studio? I don't even know what it's called. 8 hour. I have to. I think it might do well as like a, maybe because it's. Because it is so waxy. I think it might. The highlight has definitely done. The highlight this really impressed. I'm impressed. That'll be a foxy look for church, won't it? Okay. I'm gonna go in with I think that's quite pretty. God, I look a little bit infected in the eyes, don't I? This. Gee, my washing machine is noisy. I like to use the Maybelline Super Fine, what's it called? Oh dear. With the lips. It's gloss. It's not gloss, Judy. What are you saying? Oh, my washing machine. So noisy. Okay, now it's very important to remember that when you're, why am I just grabbing my boobs? There's another trunkery. It's a trunkery. It feels very soft and hydrating. I suppose you've had enough of my super dramatic hand gestures. Oh my goodness.